one fill, pre-market break. Let's go to the upside. Let's see where we go from here. I kind of want to put an order to get out if we do crack below this 31. So we might do that 30.80 or so. I'm going to put an order just in case so we can capture some profit. It's been a fun ride for sure, but we have bigger fish to fry for sure. Let's see if CARV can go. 30.80 is where I'm going to put my stop, guys.
And oh wow, only 20 seconds to go. Mark Roberts was in the teal, but the market is, the NASDAQ is 0.1 to the downside. Miss V is going to be on the bell. She let Mark go with the green. We'll see if it's going to be good luck on this Friday to round out the week. Lots of action to talk about here. Lots of AMC as well. Still below that $50 mark. 3, 2, and 1 ring in Miss V.
Okay, so we instantly get into some AMC right here, guys. We'll see if we can take off a little bit. We are short now, AMC 48.40. I don't love this trade. That was that breakdown possibility there. We'll see if it takes out 50. We do like a 50 long, of course, on AMC. So we'll just sit in this for a bit and see what happens. CARV, $7 in the money now on CARV. It is raining down up to 36.
Tell me you got it. Did you take out 36?
I wasn't even looking at it.
I'm kicking myself over because obviously my stop didn't hit, but CARV, I was talking about that 35, 36 for a potential initial reversal there. That's where it turned on a dime, right at 36, guys. Watch for the pullback into 30. If it halts to the downside and can hold 26, it might be worth a re-entry point, but at 36 looked like first resistance on CARV. Double top at that 38, 39 area as well.
Yeah, 33.50 maybe. Here, let's see if we can go now through this. It's having a problem now at 33.50, so here goes 34. We are waiting for an offer here at 35.50. Let's see where CARV goes from here. This is a monster winner, guys. $6, $7 in the money right now. We'll still go up. There I am. Bang, and we are out of CARV. There it is. Hit the sirens. The trade of the day has been made already. 28 break, up. Here we go. Let's see what happens. That 39er right there. Oh, trade of the day. Oops, maybe we have another one right now. Did we do it again? There goes AMC. Bye-bye. 48.50 to the downside. Now 47.50. We cover for 50 cents, and now we'll see how far we go to the downside on that one. And then we also have Zila right now is in the building. So we'll see how far this one can go now to the upside. Man, this is a fun time, Neil. Tell me you've got some bangers.
Well, I got that RSLS. And look, guys, I know people bet long on these. I get it. You want that gap and you want that runner. 570 said we take out there. We said we take out in front of that pre-market low. So it is what it is. That's a plan of action. You know where my stop was. You know where I wanted to get it out. The TBLT, I just got into that one. I apologize. I don't think we went over TBLT. That's why I just covered RSLS. Talked about that pre-market low. It just bounced there off a T. Well, maybe not off a T, but close enough to it. TBLT was another runner looking for that 930 fade play. I wasn't able to get any more shares just now when it got to 115. It's got a 120 top. Volume pretty good. This is a penny stock to be sure. Oh, you know what? NIO, which I kind of thought was about to... I actually thought it was about to plunge into that 45.60 range. It bounced hard off that first level at 46.50. So far, NEO here holding up a little bit better than I thought. I thought it was going to roll deeper and then be that crazy dip buy, but it hasn't happened here on NEO.
Yeah, we're waiting for NEO as well. AMC comes right back, so good thing we took some out there. We took out 2/3 for that first 50 cents because we were worried about something else called CARV there. So now we're into Square. Square is fading off here, so that news obviously not as big as we had thought it would be. We still will massage this trade a little bit, even back down to this 235 area if we have to. So this is going to be one that we're going to have to hold on as it's not really working out too good. There, we're right out on CARV. CARV does go to yesterday's high, 38.39 there. So good out for us there on CARV for sure. It looks like anyways, back downside, but congratulations anybody on that CARV. And we're going to hold Zila back to 290. What up, Bren?
Initial volume alert here, guys, on Levi Strauss. We mentioned late in the day yesterday. Earnings aftermarket yesterday for Levi was bought initially, but back to the downside here. Just broke 29 there, still up 3%.
Wow, Levi's good mover there. Obviously, fantastic numbers. Watch out for DD. I'm sitting there, of course, in front of that 90 level, getting way too greedy. It does roll over after a pop, but it does so in the 80s. So look, I want to be on the south side of the trade. I wanted to short a pop there. Obviously, it didn't go quite as far as I thought. If we get back into that 80s range, you'll see me jump into some shares to the south side of that. AMC does not get anywhere near that 50 again. It looks like. So I wanted to play in both directions on AMC, but the rollover happens at 49 here, as you can see. Just go back into yesterday's action, go to the 15-minute chart here, and watch that dip into 45. So if it goes absolute bonkers to the downside, watch for 45 dip here on AMC. NEO still trying to fall into that 45-60 level, which I like.
Yeah, I was just going to tweet this out because AMC right now $1.20 in the money on AMC. We are now 50 cents in the money on Square. What a day, man. What a month, what a year, what everything, guys. We're already huge as bye-bye Square. Let's go, man. We need some Matt Foley action as we get going again. Another dollar winner. We have a $7 winner today. We have back-to-back jacks on AMC and on Square. Now we have Brendan giving us that good. What up, bud?
Just checking Altria, guys. MO big mover here. St. Michel Wine Estates being sold by Altria to Sycamore for $1.2 billion for a wine company. Wow. MO up 2.5%.
Wow.
By the way, that ARGI has halted to the upside. It doesn't take much. It's like a 10% move off the open, but off that bottom at 7 even. We got a 762, and right at the open it halted. So like literally in 30 seconds or so, it should be opening back up if it's a 5-minute halt. Still watching for that 850 level, and then from there that 10. If it presses in and looks like it's going to halt into a price like that, I would never short going into a halt. TBLT, I got 11s to the south side. It's sitting there at 8, 9. It did try to pop into those teens. That short is for now working and just not getting any. I mean, we're still falling down in Neo. I'm trying to be very, very patient with the dip buy there. We're getting pretty close to 46 though.
Yeah, and then another one off the level right now, guys. AMC off the sticky note. I mean, look what we have here on the sticky note. Just to show you guys, it's up on Twitter. 48.50 slip down, right? There's Square, 238.50. Look at CCL, 24.50. Let's just take a quick look at CCL quickly, guys, here. Look at 24.50. How about this level? 24.45. Ding, 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 ding. All the way to the downside, so that's going to be a big trade. Bye-bye, AMC. Let's go. A big win here for AMC, guys. We talked about that 48.50 break. There it is. How does $1.50 sound for you on that one? So $1.50 now for AMC, a $7 for CARV, where he took that 28.50 out 35.50. That math is right there as we continue to go. We did take some out on Square. Real talk. Real fill. That's the high of the day. 29.30 we have. The actual high is 29.39. 29. That's not the right high. 29.39.42. Yeah, I guess it is. We have 32. So sorry, that's 42s. We don't have to tick. We have 10 cents away from that high of the day as AMC just continues to crash down. Welcome to the jungle. It is warm today.
Yes, absolutely. And that ARGI reopens. It's the opposite of the rollover trade, where if it opened down to 750, you're shorting off that level. Instead, you get a consolidation to the upside, and you're long off of the halt price at 760. Well, I'm long anyways at 790. I still like that 850 area, so you know I'm going to take some profit out there. It's a very active name, and apologies, our charts don't show, for some reason, are not showing yesterday's price action, or I would show you yesterday's trade, but it closed at 460, so this is up already 80% on the session. Just took some out there, so we'll power it up at 840. I want to hold through this 850 price. Decent chance that if it presses 850, you could be looking at a halt again. I think it's worth holding through that potential halt.
Man, okay. Square falling down a bit. We may, I mean, I'm looking at AMC. I just tweeted out that we're going to look at this 45 level on AMC, but if we go back to yesterday, this is where we had some issues, so we might probably get out of this one at 46.64 right here on that little break. We'll see if it can break, but if it doesn't, we'll get out at 47, now back to the upside. So we have to average in. Square doesn't look, Square, not AMC. Square doesn't look like it wants to go up there, so good thing we did take some of, but now we've averaged back into that name. What up, V? Now that we've averaged back into that name, thank you for the coffee. That's going to be a good one now to think about getting out. Our out spots, move this upside here. Our spots to get out, we just put in a stop order, are going to be down here, man, 235. So watch out for that breaking spot right there, 234.80 or so. I got to make sure I do have the right one to go in there. But here goes Square. We're dug into this one as AMC just keeps on getting juicier and juicier to the downside.
Yeah, and going to take first dig at Neo pretty close here, but watch out Virgin Galactic, of course. That actually got all the way, it did not quite get to that 53 target area, but all the way back into 52.50 and then reverses twice. I mean, this actually did happen twice. Once here at the open and then back up and then right back into this 50 level. Looking like there's some selling action going on in Virgin Galactic going into that, what I hope is a successful flight. We'll see what happens. If it pops back to 52, maybe I'll have to short in front of that high of the day instead of waiting for that 53 target area, guys. Are you kidding me? I didn't get Neo there. Neo just bounced 40 pennies off that 46. I'm like sitting there waiting to dig in. I finally say I'm going to look to take it and then missed it by 10 cents as usual. Brendo?
A little bit of NFT action or NFT related action here. Hall of Fame Resorts popping up here, guys. Partnership with Esports Entertainment Group announced today. So HOFV on the move, 15%. Just took out that pre-market high.
By the way, I mean, look what we just did on Ford. I was so busy looking at AMC and CARV and everything that we're doing. I think Square especially, I completely miss this on Ford. Look at this. I mean, this is just what happens. Bang, bang. We told you about Ford dipping down and we would take some of these buys. So what about a 32 and a 34 bid there? We talked about taking it back in this pre-market area. That's why we took it out at 50 in the first place. So we reloaded on that one. And here's one of my favorite things as well. Follow on Twitter for all of these plays, guys. We're reloaded on this one, but my biggest position, bar none. Well, I mean, just from capital-wise, because it's $230 stock, is Square. So that we took a nice little bottom there, 236.65. Let's see where we go from here. But right now on that NASDAQ bump, man, if NASDAQ continues to go down, Square's going to get crushed, man. Square got crushed yesterday early. Where's the chart for yesterday? Here it is. But a 238 all the way to 230, that's an $8 move early, and then it made back half. So, yeah, this can get crushed if NASDAQ keeps going negative. It's on a Friday. There are some global fears. We talked about the variant and things like that. So Square is definitely a problem for me right now, but happy with Ford for sure.
And watch, here comes Neil into that 45-60 area. Took that first leg in front of 46. I'll grab some at that 80 range. It's the chart. I don't know if I mentioned the chart when we saw this last time, guys. 45.60 was previous close. Afternoon support at 45.20. So that's going to be your target area for entry. CARV is going, carving up the offer. I don't know. I have no good pun for that.
How much is it now? 50?
No, I'm saying it just halted at that high. This is the double top from yesterday. So it just halted off of this same double top. That's a big time key area here, obviously. It had that base out at 35. I'll zoom back in so you can see here at the 35, 36 area and bounced down. I thought we'd get a shot at that 32 area, the 32 to 30s. Didn't happen. Now you're into that sort of halt phase. If it opens up and can't break through the high, I think it's a safer short because then you can actually go off of that 39 even. Otherwise, if it holds above, the same thing we played in that AGR for a scalp could be the same breakout here through what would probably be a 40 open. I think we got 3.5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to go until the open trade. Plenty of time to have a plan of action. That's why you want to make sure. If you're going to short this one, be very, very careful. Taking profit's not a bad idea, but if it breaks and holds 40, it's likely to halt again to the upside.
Yeah, wow. And you can see where we got out. I mean, we just cashed it in right there on CARV early. And I mean, not even early. I gave it some run. We could have easily got out at these levels, 32, like we said. I thought we had pretty good there. So I'm going to say for me, guys, I mean, this is pretty much diamond hands. If I could take $7 on a $28 name, I'm going to do that. So that's 25% right there. We put that in our pocket and just move on. I mean, the kind of day that we're having is not going to rely on CARV. But there it is, a nice little move to the upside. It's too bad that this was like a pre-market trade because we don't take as many shares there in the pre-market, but this level, it was pretty obvious there, 28. You did have a dip down there level. So just to give you guys an idea of why Neil and I were both looking at that name through this 28.50 level, it was pretty clear as day to me anyways. And I hope that you guys were able to hit it. And if you're short this name, this next reopen is going to be very, very important depending where that goes from here. And there it is again, another winner right there. So we'll ride on the bull today a little bit as we take out some Zila there. Long at 21, out at 30, the day's high. We take out half of that trade, and that still goes. Look at backing at Ford. We just take the day high on that one, bang, bang. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 right now. Position pending as Square goes right back into the money there, up to 237.25, literally my price, and then turned around. So Square is on a slippery slope for me right now, guys.
Yeah, we're just able to get a bit of a scalp shot on Neo. First dip 46, second dip at 45.80. We like that 45.60 level as well. It never got there. It bounces back above and a small reversal here at 46.20. I always scalp into VWAP or out of into VWAP when I'm playing a buy the dip situation. I just paid for shares on Newegg, locates on Newegg. That one off to the race, reversed off 56. So this is the other one of those, I guess, halt fest trades. Watch out for this. If it breaks this 56 second time, watch out for that 61 level. This had obviously a pretty a day of pullback in yesterday's action. 52.50, this area we're at right here. This is where the good short was yesterday in the closing show. If you're watching the closing show, we're able to make decent money shorting 52.50. That's why I'm going to like it right here for a bit of a bounce play. We're probably talking too much, but let's see if I can get some 53s or something in that range. I don't want to chase it too far here, but I like that 52.50. Now that you're breaking above it, I kind of want to see if it's going to turn into support level. It bounces through. A lot of times on a more volatile stock, you let it break down and then retake that support. That's usually the way I like it because it gives you a bit of an obvious out. So if it breaks 51.50, I can quickly cover that trade, knowing exactly where I want to be wrong. To me, it's more about the setup than anything else. I like the price area. Let's see if Newegg can work. We're not open yet in CARV, but I'm watching that one off the reopen trade, so I have to be on this level too. I think we got 1.5 minutes here, so my stop is set on Newegg, and then Carver should open up in just about a minute.
Yes, sir. We're doing it again as Square. This has just been, just an unbelievable day. I hope you guys are still holding on to that CARV. Let's see where we go. But look what we've got right now. We've got Ford big time in the money now, 25 pennies. We've got Square just ticked up to 237.50 there, putting us 70, now 80, now $1. We're going 236.80 is our price, guys. $1 in the money on Square, 7 cents in the money on Zila. AMC, bang to the upside there. Look at this cover, 48.50. Covered some at 48, covered some at 47. Man, this has been a big, big day. Like I see some people saying, how does Sean get so hype? I mean, it is what it is. When you got these winners on board, and I'm just, part of this is also, letting you guys know that you can have some fun, trade at the same time. This is not generally how I trade. We're just putting on a little bit of a show for some excitement here, because some of these trades, you do need to let them settle down. I mean, that's the whole thing about this Square, is just when you're making the cash, sometimes it's kind of fun. What up, Brendan?
Crypto exchange bullish, guys. $9 billion SPAC merger here with Peter Thiel-backed Far Peak, which is FPAC. So that one just popping up in the pre-market there as well while we were speaking. So 1030 seems to be a bit of support here for FPAC so far.
There go. Just talking with swallowed some coffee there. There goes Zila right now to the upside. 335 and change right now on Zila. So the party is just getting started. Like, it's 9:45. I've already made 27 trades, including AMC, which has been a big one. We'll see on that one. Maybe should have shorted that 48.50 again. CARV right there, $45 now, and straight to the upside. Damn it, we should have held on to some of that CARV there, boys and girls. Square right now, 60 cents in the money as well. Sorry, out of the money, but was put in the money. And then here comes Zila right back down to the downside right there. So yeah, everything happening. I want to look at CCM. What am I still in hockey mode here? CCL as well. And then it was because I had CCM and GM there, I got on my mind there. So we'll look at GM now through 58.50 there. I guess you went silent there, Neil, with CARV. I didn't even notice that went back open.
That was super annoying for me on Carver there.
Okay.
I had the 40 long when it actually broke to the upside. I had my offer out there right in front of like 42 when it reversed at 42.50. It ran away from it. Every single time my stop on a trade like that, I always tell you guys, stop is going to be at that previous halt price. So we get out there. Now looks like it wants to try to halt into the, it resisted a halt to the downside. Now I'm thinking about that other trade, which of course is, does it hold the previous halt price on the short end of the trade? But that's a frustrating long because we had it sort of dead to rights there on the long side, was quickly ready to scalp out and just barely missed it by a matter of pennies. The spread is opening up to like 50 or 60 cents. So as I get into that short trade, remember, it's that 39 area. It's a very, very tight stop that you have to have on this. Well, I shouldn't say you have to have. It's a very, very tight stop that I have on a trade like that to the short side because it's all about that particular halt price. So I'm willing to give it room on the long, but very, very annoying because it gave you that 40 break right into the obvious level, which is 42.50. You just have to be very, very fast to get out of 42. I wasn't fast enough there, so a bit of a burn there for me on Carver because I was sitting deep in the money and then didn't get any out.
No problem there on Carver. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I did take that out. The price action on this thing is nuts. But congratulations to anybody that held that's for sure. And then congratulations to anybody that was forward with me today. Talk about like an opposite thing here. Like, this is how I trade, guys. Carver, crazy stock, right? AMC, pretty fun stock to trade. Ford, pretty calm down, but we banged that out. Square, crazy stock to trade. Zila, pretty calm down. So we're in everything in a lot of different styles, and that's, leading me to that point, guys. Neil's going to trade sort of one way. He does like the halts and the shorting, some of these crazier names, but we both do trade like he's a Neo as well. So what we're trying to do is, and again, thank you for the love on Twitter. Some people talking about me shorting that AMC, and they said, man, do your thing. Just trade price action. And that's what I do, right? Trading the price action, whatever we see, we try to put some money to work in and then make that money for you guys and just give you guys some ideas of what we're looking at right now. I'm going to take out another piece of Square as it's having a problem here at 237. But first, I got to go see what Brendan's up to.
No little pharmaceutical company just popping up. ASLN Pharmaceuticals up on a Jeffries upgrade today. So volume alert there on this one, guys. ASLN.
Oh man,
DD just popped towards the high of the day again, so it just brushed that 1150 level right off the open, bounces right into the top. The first time we didn't have it to the short side. The second time, of course, we're going to. 1220 was another level at that high end that you got to watch out for. And Carver is still holding at that 39 range. Watch out for that. Then TBLT, I took out that short when it broke that high of the day, and then Neo was able to get another dip buy down there. So still average price about 45.90. That's where it sits. We talked about this on DD. Maybe it actually has and holds one of these days to the upside. Fantastic. I kind of want to play shorts until it shows me that one day where the buying can actually be sustained. Maybe it's today. We'll see. I bet on the other direction here. 81s to start that short position, and then here comes Carver now holding below that 39. If it halts to the downside, still watch for that 30 level. I think that's where any kind of dip buy would be. It's been breakout so far for Carver, but if it's going to dip, I'm still looking back at that 30.
Okay, guys, this is what we're talking about right now. We just got a little bit out of Ford there on that dip. Was a little nervous that we could retrace back to VWAP, but now we're holding only that 10% left. We got about 10%. So we must look at a little bit more than we thought here on the first little initiation. But 20, 40, 60, 80 normally, but one of those was a little higher. I guess it was this one probably at 50 there. So we are a little bit out now of Ford, or pretty much all out of Ford. We'll see if it can break the high again, but that's going to be a good trade for us. Zila's still dancing around. We did get into Neo there, but really, really small. I do want to start to buy it if we can get back into this area here, 45.40 or so, and then try to use some of these levels here, 45.20, even this very bottom of 44.50. I believe you got to hold on to this one, not for dear life, but at least a little bit on Neo. Here's a 20-minute chart on Neo. You know, it's this kind of level, 45-ish. That's going to come into question, 45.25. Neo, man, I thought that this would be a little bit of a better move today. Still up, but not up a lot. Brendo.
Humanogen, guys, just saw that one was up this morning in the pre-market as well. 5.4% still, but big flush here from 19 down to 17. The UK looks like approved one of their drugs for potential treatment for COVID-19. So big flush anyways for HGen.
Ooh, flush out there. AGRI, remember that? That's going to be that. It halted already. We did play it one time. I want to come back because it was only good for a scalp trade here. And then it halted to the downside. So we scalped it in. We talked about that 850 level. It reversed at 850. We cover some. And then it breaks the halt price. We get out. It's now again right at that low of the day. Well, I mean, it broke it one time, but it's right at the low of the day. AGRI. This was at 460. I showed you the chart, but it's not showing up in our system for yesterday's action, first day of trade. 460 close. So, I mean, watch out for maybe $5 to the downside. At this point, after reversed 850, I would be on the south side of the trade instead of that long, even though our first trade was a long. Miss V is at the big screen. What do you got?
Hey Neil, MindMed is moving to the upside. Stock is up around 4% today. Could you give us a quick